Hey gang, so today's tutorial is all about how to perform weaves with double staves. This is just one kind of weave that you can do with double staves. This is what is normally referred to as an archer weave in poi. But as we'll see, it has several very notable differences between it and what would be considered to be the same weave with poi. Not the least of which being is, if you'll note, the staves here are going in split time opposites rather than split time same direction as they would be with a poi. It's one of these ironic things about staff that doing this in split time same direction with staff would actually be quite difficult, whereas in split opposites it's much easier. With poi it's completely the opposite. When you're working in split time opposites in this weave, it actually winds up being fairly difficult. So let's start breaking this apart and see how we get there, yeah? First and foremost, so there's going to be one staff that is held far away from your body and another staff that's held close to that hand's shoulder, right? So I usually find that I do this best with my right hand out and my left hand close to my right shoulder. So what I'm going to start off by doing is take that left hand staff, thumb end pointed up, and I'm going to dip the thumb end behind my right shoulder. And then as my my right hand is still back, I'm going to pick the pinky end up behind it. So I'm going to have thumb end down behind my shoulder, pinky end up behind my shoulder. Ooh, pardon me. Thumb end down, pinky end up. Thumb end down, pinky end up. Thumb end down, pinky end up. How am I doing this? Well, if you look at this from the side right here, I'm trying my best to keep my right hand out of the way of whatever the staff needs. So think of it as being that I'm rotating it clockwise here, and it's going to have this moment where it's kind of like balanced on top of my shoulder, and then my pinky end is going to go up, and as it does so, that's going to take my thumb end down behind that shoulder. Next, I'm going to aim the pinky end out to the right, so once again, I wind up in this orientation where my staff is kind of balanced on my shoulder like this, and I'm going to bring the pinky end down. That's going to put the thumb end up. Now I'm going to stick the thumb end out so that the staff is kind of hanging out directly underneath my arm now. And it of course is horizontal. My thumb end is pointing straight out. And I'm going to bring my my pinky end rather, up behind my arm. So pinky end is pointing towards the sky. And then I'm going to bring the pinky end down to point out to the right. And the thumb end back up to the place where I started, yeah? So it is thumb end out. Thumb end down behind the shoulder. Pinky end out. Thumb end up. Thumb end out. Pinky end up behind the shoulder. Pinky end to the right. Thumb end up, yeah? So it's thumb end down, pinky end up, thumb end down, pinky end up, and from straight on, thumb end down, pinky up, thumb end down, pinky up. So as you're looking at this, you'll probably notice that each of these sides is getting to have a beat behind the shoulder and a beat in front of the shoulder, right? So it's not really a 3-beat, it's more of like a 2-beat, so to speak. But I don't actually know how beats are counted inside of weaves with double staff yet. Forgive me. So let's get the other hand involved in this and see if we can't break the thing down. So again, I'm going to start out here with the thumb ends of both staves pointing towards the sky, and I'm going to have the thumb end of my left hand point towards the right, the thumb end of my right hand point back towards my left. So if you see right here, the two orange ends of the staffs are pointed towards each other, right? Now, I'm going to move my right hand back slightly, and as I do that, I'm going to bring the pinky ends of both staves up to face the sky, yeah? From here, I'm going to bring the pinky ends in towards each other. So now I'm back in this orientation where my left hand staff is kind of balanced on my right shoulder. And then I'm going to bring both of the thumb ends up. Now, the thumb ends are going to come towards each other. And here's the tricky part. I'm going to have both pinky ends go towards the sky, but one of them is going to be behind my right shoulder and one is going to be in front of my right shoulder, yeah? Ugh, and it's kind of uncomfortable. But now I'm going to have the pinky ends point towards each other and bring both of the thumb ends up to point towards the sky, and I'm right back where I started. Again, that is thumb ends towards each other. Pinky ends towards the sky. Pinky ends towards each other. Thumb ends towards the sky. Thumb ends towards each other. Ugh, pinky ends towards the sky. Sorry, I totally did that wrong. Pinky ends towards the sky. Pinky ends towards each other. Thumbs towards the sky. Again, thumbs towards each other, pinkies to the sky. Pinkies towards each other, thumbs towards the sky. Pinky ends out, pinky ends up, pinky ends towards each other, thumb ends towards the sky, yeah? And quite literally, you're just going to keep practicing and practicing and practicing that until this just gets to be pretty smooth. And one of those things that you're going to discover after a while is that what winds up happening with this is that the staves wind up kind of moving in a V relative to your body around it, but the staves are almost always parallel to each other. And because there's usually an arm in the way, it puts enough room between them that they're not in any danger of hitting each other. At least, usually they're not in any danger of hitting each other if you're doing it right. Sometimes it takes a little bit of training to get there. But, yeah, once you got this down, time to learn on the other side too. And see if you can move them back and forth between the different sides like that. Yeah, cool. So thank you guys for watching, and I will be back with another tutorial for you in 2 weeks. Peace. This video was made possible thanks to the kind contributions of these folks right here. Special thanks to Sean, Prisna, Kira, and Firefly for your very generous support. This video channel is a one-man operation. Help me to keep on making these videos by visiting drexfactor.com/support, where you can get your name in the credits or choose from a variety of other rewards, and help me to continue to make the videos that I love. Thanks for watching.